Kia ora, my name is Warren and I'm part of Kiwi Forever. And today we are releasing fledglings from the captive breeding program at the Tongariro National Park Trout Centre. We are saying goodbye to Karaka, Ocean, Honeysuckle, Cave Junior and Rocky Road. So you got a rocky road ahead of you. This particular individuals are originally from a captive pair in Queenstown that have been found to be genetically different from other Whio, and so have been brought here to increase variation within the genetic pool. If you're wondering where you might have seen the Whio before, it's on the $10 note, which indicates how special these birds are in New Zealand.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm also part of Kiwi Forever. So a bit more about the breeding program at the National Trout Centre. Pretty much they're brought in at class 4 just before they are ready to get into the wildlife. This is quite an important part for the Whio's journey as they are born in captivity. So to get used to their natural environment, they need to toughen up and get used to the fast water paces. The Whio is a really important native bird species as it is one of the 4 species of fast-flowing water ducks. So there's approximately 2,500 to 3,000, which means it's 20 times more endangered than the kiwi. Genesis and DOC, the Department of Conservation, have worked really hard in making sure and sustaining the Whio populations. So right now there's currently 4 security sites in the North Island and 4 in the south. These are the Tongariro, Tirorangi, Te Urara and the Whanganui. The reason that the Whio is so important to New Zealand is because it is an indicator species. So generally where Whio are, it indicates that there's a good environment around there and there's very little pests. Genesis has invested $6 million into sustaining the Whio population, and this is a really important thing because it shows how imperative these are and how we should really continue to work on sustaining the population of Whio.
Good everybody, my name is Katarina and I'm part of Kiwi Forever. I would first like to thank everybody for teaching us some amazing things, because when I first came here I didn't know too much about the species and now I feel like I've learned quite a lot. So I'm just going to talk about the few things that I've learned about the species. This species has narrow facing, has its eyes like our human eyes, and be aware of the predators that are trying to hunt it and also make it a predator itself, because this species, the Whio, also is a predator kind of species and it likes to hunt other species. I found out that it was a very aggressive species, which I didn't really know too much about. As you can see, it has blue, greyish kind of feathers, which allows it to be camouflage, so it's protected in the rocks and blends in with everything around it. This makes sure that it is protected from stokes and other predators that would like to eat this amazing, wonderful creature.
Kia ora, I'm Greer and I'm also part of the Kiwi Forever program. With these birds they have many types of dangers. One of these are the predators. We have stoats, rats, possums, ferrets, cats, hawks, falcons, and with them they will kill the species off, and without DOC helping they would be gone. If we have high floods they can end up going too far downstream or drowning because they're not close enough to the habitats. Also, humans are a major danger, which is not good enough. Since they live near the volcanoes, eruptions can cause the water to get quite dirty and affect their food source. So we're trying to make sure that their water is nice and clean and their food source is also pure.
Hey everyone, I'm Jess and I'm just going to explain some of the DOC efforts that have been happening. As she said, the volcanic eruptions that kills off the food, there's not too much we can do about that, but there's a lot of other stuff we can do. For instance, the captive breeding. So when they take eggs from the wild, when they grow up, they use those to make more eggs and to send more of them out into the wild. And also fern. Fern is a very important part of DOC conservation efforts because she can go and find all the eggs and help them with doing surveys and counting how many that there are. Also Genesis Energy, by taking 80% of the water from some of the rivers, They have provided a more stable environment so that the whio aren't so susceptible to floods and that their nest won't be washed away. Number one, all of the stoat traps and the 1080 and all that other stuff, because these stoats will eat the whio eggs and stop the populations from increasing. So DOC has done a lot to help them in that way.